Okay, good day everyone. This video is to cover procedure PNH99, which is how to fill out the housekeeping hour tracker sheet. And this data is used to help us with our labor efficiencies and how to best schedule certain projects or how to accommodate certain events, things of that nature. So I'm going to show you first how to find it and then how to do it. So first, finding it, you're on the main page here in the wiki. You're going to go to one of two ways. I just simply go straight to the department. This is a housekeeping procedure, so I'm going to go right here to the housekeeping department button. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to click to procedures, and then I'm going to scroll all the way down here. This is PNH99. Obviously, right now it's not been yet completed, but that's fine. Right there is what we'll have the this video will live in this position, and we will also have the step-by-steps listed there for you. So for right now, another way to find it is do form 8117. That is the Google Doc we're looking for here. Again, this will be directly a link inside that procedure. All you have to do is go in here and click this sheet view. You do have to get permissions from this from your supervisor or from the person who created it, which was me, Eric Wiggs, on this one. I do click sheet view. Okay. Then it's going to pull up your Google Doc. Unfortunately, there is no form that's easily put in place here to make all of this work. It does take a few seconds to load. It's quite a bit of data and mathematics in here. You're going to notice a couple of things. One is that you'll see different highlighted dates here just to describe the sheet. This is the days of the month. Anything in yellow is the categories that you will actually be entering data in here. This is a calculated cell, and everything in below analysis line. All of this should be locked, so you should not be able to actually access it. If you are, do not touch it. You are only allowed to enter data in the yellow highlighted fields here. Okay, so that's step one. The first thing you do is you have to pull up occupancy. This you should be able to pull up from ASI or from a separate procedure, which I do not have right now. I'm going to make one up. What you're going to notice is I've got several months here. I've got January through December. Okay, that's all the months of the year. Please make sure you put the right data in the right month. When you get to the end of the year, what we'll do is we'll simply delete all of the data in the previous year and then start over. But for right now, when you do have this, there's the last day of the previous month. When you're in housekeeping, the dates that you work, when you are working, you do not clean a room for the next day or the day of. You are always cleaning for the rooms that have been stayed in already previously. So, for example, January happens. This is actually December 31's data right here. And I'm going to say 25 rooms were stayed. There was one cabin rented. There were 12 stayover rooms and 13 turnover. Stayover rooms are people that stayed in the room that you have to do limited work. Full turnover rooms when you go completely tear the room down. So these two numbers should match your full occupancy here. Okay, now you don't put the data that you worked directly below it. You are actually putting it January 1st data, we are in January after all, is according to here the 31st data from December. Okay, so I'm going to say total housekeeping hours for the day. That you actually pull from shift planning. You can go to what is reports and what's called Timesheet Summary. Here you should be able to pull, if you are the appropriate supervisor, you can go to reports and you can find just the positions of Brook Point Inn's housekeeping. Hit apply. It's going to pull that data, and you can pull it from any given day of the week or month or year. Okay, so it'll show you all that data here. That is what you put right here. Total hours of the day, I'm going to say there were 20 hours, sorry. This is just fictional numbers to show you how this works. And what we have here is the breakdown. We are identifying what time was actually spent cleaning the rooms versus what was spent doing other activities. At the time you watch this video, we have the following categories: end of day checks, we have laundry personnel, we have front desk support, special projects, could be wiki projects, could be building something, could be doing anything else. Cabin cleaning, I separated that from regular room stays because it does take a lot more time. Romance getaway setups, if we have to move fridges, rollaway beds, or if we're doing deep cleaning of any sort. This section of categories may increase or decrease as time passes. when you're watching this video, it's very possible that one day we no longer have to move fridges, that all the rooms will have them. But in any case, right now, that's what we have to do. And I'm going to say end of day checks, it took them 1 hour to do. There was 4 hours of laundry. We didn't do any support for housekeeping, as far as housekeeping working for or helping front desk doing any of their tasks. Projects, I'm going to say there was 1 hour of projects, so you had to do modify some procedures in the wiki. That sounds good. Cabin cleaning, there was one room stay right here. So I'm going to say it took 1 hour to complete. Again, this is in hours. Everything in here is in hours in this section. Romance getaway setups, there were none. I'm going to say there was 0 fridges, 0 roller beds, and there was 1 hour of deep cleaning. Again, fictitious numbers. But what that's going to do is it's going to do a calculation, pretty simple one. Actual hours, time spent on hotel room cleaning was 12. So you had 20 hours for the day. 12 hours of that was actually for cleaning the rooms themselves. Now the analysis section, just so you understand what these mean. This row, these 2 rows in blue, are minutes. Minutes per hotel room, minutes per cabin. So it's estimated here that it spent 28.8 minutes per room to clean. Now, based off of where we are, that's either a good or bad thing depending on how fast we should be doing as far as our budget goes. Our stayover goals are 25 minutes per room. Turnover goals 40 minutes. Cabin goals 60 minutes. These may change. We may tighten these up. These were our initial settings or initial figures, just so we had a baseline to work from. So what this does, it says that, well, of the time spent, 5 hours of your day should have been spent in stayovers. About 8.5 hours should have been in turnovers, and it should have been 1 hour of your day should have been in cabin. Ultimately, your entire housekeeping day should have been 14.7 for room cleaning. Again, now this last down here is cleaning over under. This is actually telling you how many hours you worked versus how much time you should have worked for cleaning rooms themselves. Right now it's showing a negative number, which means that you are 2.7 hours less than what you should have been, which is fantastic. Negative numbers are good things. Negative numbers actually tell you that I am actually doing a good job getting my rooms cleaned at an appropriate time or quicker than I should have. And what this allows us to do as management is that we can go back and review at any point in time. Okay, so our rooms are getting cleaned quickly, but we should have been only here for 14.7 hours, and we were here for 20. Why were we? Was it laundry? Was it projects? Was it cabins? What is it that's extending our time? And then we can make good decisions along with housekeeping supervisors to tighten that up. And this process is extended out through every month. You do this every day. You record the occupancy, and then you record how much time you spend each day. This maybe takes a few minutes of your time to complete this, but it's fantastic data for us to populate. Again, reiterating the fact you will only be able to touch the cells in yellow. If you are somehow allowed to touch anything down here, do not do it. Inform your supervisor immediately and let them know. That way we can protect those cells, because the figures in here, the calculations aren't difficult, but they are in every month. Okay, so this is again how to fill out the form. This is procedure PNH99, and this is form 8117. Thank you very much for your time.